Welcome to the Kingdom of Bahrain. It might not look like it from here, but it's actually race week for the World Endurance Championship, the 8 Hours of Bahrain, the finale race for the 2025 season. I'm here in Manama, the capital, on the Tuesday of race week, and today I'm going to take you along while I get some cinematic, scenic shots to use in my videos from this week. So let's go. Good morning from the Manama Souq, which is kind of this sprawling local market right in the city center. And it's kind of exactly what people think of when they think of, like, you know, a Middle East bazaar. There's clothing for sale, rugs, all kinds of different things. It's not really bustling with people. I was hoping it would be really busy, but it is still pretty early in the day. Most things here don't kick off until mid-afternoon, early evening, but I'm still able to grab a few shots to kind of show, you know, the local area and the local vibe. Before we get too deep into the day, we should obviously discuss, you know, etiquette when filming in public. Obviously, the first thing you want to do is check the local laws and make sure that you're cool to be walking around with a camera and filming in public. You should also do a little bit of research on the local customs and culture just to make sure that you aren't offending anyone. Everywhere that I'm visiting today is a popular, like, photography and filming spot here in Manama, so people are used to seeing, you know, guys like me with cameras about, so we shouldn't have any issues. Now, when I'm out on these shoots, I don't like to take a lot of big equipment with me. I kind of just want to blend in and sort of look more like a tourist. So I just have the A7S III with a 28-105 top handle on there, just to make it easier to carry around. Then, of course, I have the Osmo Pocket 3, which is filming me right now. Absolutely love this thing. Shoot all my YouTube videos on the Pocket 3. And then, of course I'm going to mention it, I have my Leica Q2 to grab some shots, because I'm never going to skip out on an opportunity to remind everyone I own a Leica. Hello, buddy. Oh, hey. How are you? Hi, buddy. Secretly on my list of things to do today was pet a cat. Accomplished. Love a cat. People that don't like cats, that's a massive red flag to me. Cats are dope. How could you not like cats? The World Endurance Championship is, of course, a world championship, so it's nice to get out here and get a few shots of the different locales and places that we visit. It just really helps with the storytelling and showing that this is a world championship and we get to go to some pretty cool places. And I like just sort of injecting a tiny bit of, like, the local culture into the videos, because, you know, just shots of cars going around gets a little bit stale after a while. I've made my way back to the Bab Al Bahrain, which is this white building behind me. It's kind of like a gateway entrance into the souk. And I think I'm going to do a hyperlapse sort of walking up to it. And the cool thing about the Osmo Pocket 3 is that it will actually do hyperlapses directly in the camera. You can just click on something to track and either, like, walk around it or walk towards it, walk away from it, and it does the hyperlapse directly in camera, super stable. It's even more stable if you use it while you're on, like, a bike or a scooter or a golf cart, or, like, from a car window. But even walking, it looks unbelievable. And then I'll just kind of drop it into After Effects, and I'll just put a little bit of motion blur on it like this, and it makes a really cool effect for not a lot of effort. Like, these little cameras from DJI are incredible. They have so many little features built into them, and I absolutely love this hyperlapse feature on the Osmo Pocket 3. I use it in so many of my videos, you know, even for the biggest clients. It's crazy, tiny little camera, crazy quality, crazy features, so it works really well. It's time for a quick lunch break, and naturally, as a Canadian, I've decided to go to Tim Hortons. Okay, so I never usually go to Tim Hortons when I'm in Canada. I'm in the camp of people that thinks Tim Hortons is trash. It is not good. But when I'm abroad, I go, especially when I'm in Bahrain, because they have proper espresso machines, people that know what they're doing and how to use them, and the coffee's really good. So we'll grab some lunch here, and then we'll head to our next spot. And before you get all pissy in the comments, I'll have a proper local meal for dinner, okay? I promise. Welcome now to the Al Fateh Grand Mosque, and it's in the Jufair region of the city. And as you can see, it is absolutely stunning from the outside, and I've heard it's even more stunning inside. I've come here a couple times before to get a bit of B-roll, but I've actually never gone inside because I've always been wearing shorts, and you can't go inside in shorts, you have to wear long pants. But today I wore my long pants so I can head inside and check it out. I don't think I'm going to film inside. I think I'm just going to go in and maybe snap a few photos with my Leica that I own, and you know, just check it out and kind of be a tourist for a few minutes, and then come back out and get some shots from the outside, but the prayer break just ended at 10 after 12, so I'm gonna head inside, check it out. That was really cool. You don't just wander around on your own, you actually get taken around on a tour. And I joined an English tour quick, it was about 45 minutes. It took us around, showed us everything, talked about the architecture. It was absolutely beautiful inside. They give a little seminar kind of on how everything works and how like a prayer session would work and things like that. So that was really cool. Got to learn a little bit about the local culture as well as see this beautiful buildings. Don't normally get to, go places and learn anything about, the locale that I'm in because we don't have time. We're usually in and out and all we see is the airport and the racetrack. So great to be here a day early that I can get to do this. So I'm gonna grab a few shots of the outside now and then we're gonna head to, I think the oldest spot on our list, the Bahrain Fort or the Portuguese fort or the Arabic name that I am not even gonna try and pronounce. Well, I've made it to the Bahrain Fort now, and fortunately didn't get in a car crash on the way here. The driving standards here are, to put it politely, interesting. Anyway, this is the Bahrain Fort site. This is the Khalat Al Bahrain port. It's like an ancient harbor and capital of Dilmun, according to the sign here. And it's actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site. In fact, the whole thing is, the fort is as well, although there's plenty of vacant space over here. They could probably put some condos here and maybe a Walmart, spruce it up a little bit. I have been to the fort before. I came last year, but when I got here, you couldn't get inside because they were doing some renovations, so I could only shoot the exterior. But I checked some recent Google reviews and people were posting photos from inside about a week ago, so we should be good. And pro tip, I do so much research for these scenic shoots just on Google Maps. Like you can learn a lot by checking, recent reviews of whether or not a place is worth going to. And also, I'm one of those people that absolutely must know the parking situation before I agree to go somewhere. So yeah, this is pretty dope. Digging this, and the sun's getting low in the sky. It's almost golden hour. I think I'm just gonna grab a few quick shots here and some stuff that I can use as transitions in videos. I really like using 4 or 5 quick shots in a row with some sound effects to kind of transition from one part of the video to the next, kind of like this. So obviously today I'm shooting everything handheld, right? I don't have a gimbal or anything with me, so there's a lot more effort put into getting stable footage. Now, when I was in the souk and everything and I wanted sort of that real life feel stuff, camera moving around, like obviously it's not that important. But when I'm here and I just want to get like some really nice sort of stable scenic shots with a little bit of movement, the best way to do that is to shoot in, a higher frame rate, like 100 frames per second or 120 frames per second. And then what I'll do is I'll just kind of hold the camera stable with my hands like this, and I'll just move my body from the hips like back and forth. I'll just rock back and forth like this to get a nice stable movement. There's definitely gonna be a little bit of like micro shaking, but you're not really gonna see it when it's played back at that really slow frame rate. So that's a great tip for getting some stable footage when you don't have a gimbal or anything like that. Just hold it and just move from the hips. It's all in the hips. Just rock around, do some hip flexor stretching, maybe do a little hula hooping, that might help, it's all in the hips. Man, this place rocks. Like, look how cool this is. It's giving me like full like swashbuckling vibes. This is fantastic. I'm gonna give a 5-star review to the fort, 5-star Google review. Again, it's just really nice to get to come to these places, like a day early and go and actually see some stuff. This is pretty rare for me. So I think I'm gonna start doing this more in the future. I'm gonna like purposely pay a little extra, fly a day early, get an extra night hotel, and just come out and see some stuff because it really helps with my creativity and my filmmaking, and also just, it's good for the soul, to come see some different stuff and experience some different culture.
What made him think up us, though, do you think?
All right, Bahrain Fort done. Like I said, the light's starting to get low. We're gonna have golden hour soon, so better head to our final spot. So I've been to Bahrain a few times now. This is my 3rd time here, and I've been to several other countries in the Middle East. And one thing I've learned is that golden hour here is undefeated. And after the sun sets completely, the cities really come alive and look amazing, fully lit up. Now, usually when I'm doing research for these scenic shoots, I'll Google like best photo locations in a city. And the one for Manama that kept coming up was here in Bahrain Bay, because you have a beautiful view of the Four Seasons there, and also the World Trade Center building. And it's such a unique building. I really want to feature it in my Friday lead-in video that I have to do for Ford Racing. I'm going to get a few different options for shots here. I'm going to try some hyperlapses. I'm going to do some statics. I have my little photo tripod. I brought a long lens with me as well in case I want to get some more detailed shots across the bay, and just try a few different things and see what we come up with. Like I said, undefeated. It's popping off over here. The sunset's beautiful. I couldn't really get the shot I wanted actually over in like the nice part of Bahrain Bay. So I've just come around the bay a bit to this parking lot for the Wyndham Grand there. Got some really dope buildings here. But speaking of dope buildings, we're shooting across at the World Trade Center building. Got the camera set up here. Yes, it is mounted vertically. I want to use this shot for my lead-in video, and the lead-in video is vertical, so I figured I might as well turn the camera sideways and just shoot it vertical. You know, get the shot that you want right away. Beautiful reflection over the water. Everything looks amazing. Well, I've had the camera locked off for a while, went through the whole sunset. I've just been chilling here for a whole hour. Got a nice shot now at night of the World Trade Center building I'm pretty happy with. It's nice to lock off the tripod every now and then and just let the scene roll, you know? People can just look at it almost like a moving photo and just absorb all the info. I rarely shoot any static stuff, but I think I'm gonna do more of it. It is really cool. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm pretty jet lagged. I'm ready for bed and it's 5:30 p.m. So need to get something to eat. I'm gonna have a local meal like I told you guys I would. And then I need to go to bed because I'm very tired. But I have some work to do tonight editing, and I'm excited to look at the photos and the footage I got today. So yeah, it's been a long one, but that's pretty much where I'm gonna leave it, folks. I do really appreciate everybody coming along with me today, watching the video. I've got a lot more content coming from Bahrain, including a race day vlog, which I should have dropping shortly after the race. So hit the notification bell so you don't miss that. And while you're clicking things down there, you can also click the like button, and you can leave a comment, join the conversation. And if you like conversation, we also have a Discord server. So there's a link for the Discord server in the description. You can talk with like-minded individuals, other subscribers, ask me questions, listen to me rant about the Toronto Blue Jays blowing the World Series, and yeah, you know, it's a fun time. The Discord's fun, I swear. It's fun. It's definitely fun. It's not just me being miserable. So, it's been a long day. I'm very tired. Thanks so much for coming along, folks, and we'll see you in the next one.